Do you have patches of grass that are dead in your lawn that need some repairing? Well, today we're going to go over exactly that. Easy, quick ways to repair dead spots. Now, the first step in this process is going to be double checking and making sure that this sprinkler coverage is on point. And I'm not just saying that, yes, you turn the light switch on and boom, you got light. We need to make sure that the coverage is actually adequate. I know a lot of you guys out there saying, but Ginja, I've got 20 years of experience with sprinklers, it's just fine. No, it's not. If you don't do the exercise, you have no clue if it's even or not. It's as simple as doing a water output cup test. All we do is we set a series of like-sized cups out, rain gauges, or like tuna cans or the Betty Crocker Tupperware cups I get at like the dollar store, 3 for $1. And we run a 20-minute cycle after we put them in a grid fashion. Now, long story short, if each cup has an even amount of water, you're good to go to step number 2. If each cup doesn't have a similar amount of water in each cup, you know you've got to make a couple of adjustments. Step number 2 in the process is going to be clean the area out. If you've got weeds, you need to dig them up. If you've got dead grass, you need to lightly rake it out or scrape it out. The point of this is once we get to the seeding or sodding section of fixing these patches, you need to make sure that you've got good seed to soil contact. Now, the other part of it is we want to scuff the surface area to make sure that the products are going to adhere correctly. By products, I mean seed. They're actually going to go on the ground. Step number 3 is to choose a grass seed that actually closely matches or is in the same species as the grass that you already have. For you cool season people, that's going to range between turf type tall fescue, you're going to have perennial ryegrass, you're going to have bluegrass. Like in my lawn, I've got rye in the front, and then I've also got bluegrass in the back. Now, I have the luxury that I know exactly what's here, so it'd be easier for me to buy it in the future, which is the great thing about having a mono stand grass. Step number 4 is to either purchase a patch kit or make one on your own. Now, by that, what I mean is you can either sprinkle the seed down on top of the soil that you've already scuffed up, that we already talked about, and then you lay a light layer, we're talking like 1/4 inch or less, of dirt or peat moss on top of the patch area. Now, I'm lazy and I've got a product called Turfman I've really enjoyed in the past. It's a combination of soil and seed. Now, the downside is it doesn't necessarily cover all the seed from the soil, but the upside is I've never really had a problem with germination with this product in the past, and it's very easy for me to apply. I've got this super scooper cup that I bought off of Amazon that I use for seeding, and I just put it down like a divot replacer like you'd find at the golf course. Convenient part about Turfman for me is I don't have to go to the store and buy a couple different products. I don't have to buy sand to mix with soil. I don't have to buy peat moss. And then on top of that, the seed, it all comes in one. So I just got this handy dandy cup that I use that I got off of Amazon a little while ago. And I literally just dump it into the area or the holes. Now, the other portion in my backyard where it's not so much pitted out, where it's just really, really thin. The application I'm putting down is liberal. I'm putting it down at about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. Don't worry, it's all going to sink down into the soil. I'm not gonna have too many bumps, and as I continually mow it, not gonna have any problems. Step number 5 goes back to step number 1, and that is proper watering. The only thing you need to understand about any of these products, including the patch kit that you're going to create, or even if you buy Turfman like I'm using in this video, the products need to stay damp. They don't have to be overly wet. You don't have to overwater. Matter of fact, I usually just split up my regular watering times into several times during the day and a couple times at night just to keep it moist. Everything germinates solidly, and I'm really happy. Fast forward 6 weeks, and here we are with our Turfman results on the bluegrass. Safe to say we had really, really good results here. Now, if you guys remember right, this entire area was pretty bald and pitted. Now, it's not perfect. We do have a little bit of splotchiness. This is a high traffic area, especially for Rolls Royce. He comes through this area every single day and wreaks havoc. But we've got grass pretty much everywhere that we planted it. We have it around the border, which this thing was pretty spotty right here, and then our bald spot, our massive problem area, is right here. Now, the grass isn't as perfect as we would hope for, but we've had a couple of hard freezes here in Utah. So I'm really happy with the results that we had. The thing I'm really happy with is bluegrass takes about 21 days for full germination. And it took just about every single one of those days to really set in. And then it takes an additional 3 weeks to really thicken up. Now, the area that I'm most excited about was this area right here, because this tree got really overgrown and put a shadow cast there. So that area was getting zero light. And right now it's fully grown in. Have all the grass that I need here. And this is really common. I ended up with some clover because I didn't do any preventive treatments. I've got a few garden weeds. It's not going to be the thickest thing in the world this season. And this area is a really, really tough spot just due to shade. I had a little bit of washout from the sprinklers right here and right here. But the hardest areas that we ended up putting was right here. Now, all in all, extremely satisfied with the patch kit and how it ended up turning out. Now, I try my best to emulate what a beginner would do at home who has next to no experience in lawn care, just to see how well that we could push these products. And I've been very happy with this patch kit. It worked well. I didn't spend hours and hours babysitting it. I wasn't out here every single day trying to make sure that everything was going well. Had my kids on it, had my dog on it. So, I mean, you know the saying, C's get degrees. Well, that was me in this instance. But if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, hit me up down in the comments below. You know I'd love to help you guys out. Until next time, guys, this is Pest and Lawn Ginger. We're slaying lawns.